Joe Johnson, the 1986 world champion, alongside me, Philip Studd, for this one. And Joe, we haven't seen a great deal of young Lin Shuai, but by all accounts, a very talented player.
Yes, and he's up against the world number 2, Mark Selby. It's going to be a tough one for him, but he's already made a 1.34, I think, in practice, so in competition, and a 1.38 in practice, so he can play.
He's also registered wins over the likes of Jimmy White and Mark King. Those victories came in last season's Asian PTCs. So, clearly a very talented player.
Not on that occasion. Caught the blue in his attempted safety shot back to balk.
Lin earned this meeting with Selby courtesy of a final frame decider victory over Andrew Higginson, a former ranking event runner-up. So that will have given him a lot of confidence.
Yes, he's just skimmed past the reds, and he may have left the red on to the left corner. Well, not the easy of the reds, but this is still a chance. So first blood goes to Mark Selby. Just overdone that slightly, and if he takes his red on, he's going to be splitting the reds. And that's finished up very nicely. Pink to the middle with the red to the right corner.
It's been a modest start to the new season for Selby. He did reach the semi-finals of the Australian Open. Was runner-up to Mark Williams in the Euro Tour 2 event. But he failed to qualify for the first major ranking event of the season, the Wuxi Classic, beaten in the first round. Flat draw of 128 now, of course, regardless of your ranking in the vast majority of the big events.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. Look at the reds, he split them perfectly. When he saw that red drift into the middle pocket.
Well, no way he could have legislated for that, Joe. Very unfortunate.
Very unfortunate. And he's given his opponent a good chance here. Just left himself slightly hampered. Now he can get through the two reds.
9.
If you can take big colours with these reds, these loose reds round the black. You won't need the safe ones.
17. Twenty-four. 25.
Well, nothing he could do about knocking the red in the middle. It was a very attacking shot he played.
32. 33.
Just finished a little straight on the pink. Another half an inch and he had the nice angle to come back down for the reds. Oh, and that was a good kiss. Full ball kiss on the red. Didn't play that, but he'll take it. Great chance to win this frame now. .41 points in front.
46.
So these two reds, these two loose reds, should be enough.
47.
Well, Selby was very unfortunate to break down as he did, potting a red as well as the black when he was well set, but great credit to Lin here. It's all about taking your opportunities against the best players, and that's precisely what he's doing here. 50 points the difference, 51 remaining, so the pink will suffice.
Yes, and he could have just done with drawing that cue ball back another inch or two. And it made the difference. Well, fortunately, he didn't hit the reds as he intended. He tried to split the reds. Should have made sure of the pink. Or was that a slight kick? Yep, that's a good safety. May have got the snooker. Well, it doesn't really want to disturb these two reds, and they are the easiest to hit, but he may be as well playing to hit the other red out in the open. Leave those two tied up. Oh, and he's played it at pace. This could go wrong. He's been a little fortunate there. Hasn't left anything on. Not in a way to get back to the black anyway. He needs 3 reds, 3 blacks, all the colours, to win by 1. Didn't really get hold of the cue ball, tried to draw it in behind the black. No prizes for guessing who they're supporting. And again, he likes to have a go, this young man. And he could pay the price here. Very risky plant. Only needed the red though.
1.
So 3 reds, 3 blacks required. Doesn't need to get them all in this visit. If he takes the pink, he can only tie. But he could take the pink, drop in behind the red, play a good snooker. All depends how he's thinking.
9.
Now, as long as he gets in behind the red here, he could lay a really good snooker. Needs to get this cue ball tight in behind the green or the yellow. And that's tight.
15.
That's a tough snooker to hit.
Selby right back in the frame then. 35 adrift, 35 remaining, but Lin facing a very awkward situation now.
Mark Selby 4.
Well, now you can win with anything, more or less. Well, I think he got a little kick there, you know. Whichever way you look at it, he's left the red on.
Sounded like a heavy contact.
One.
Well, I'm sure Lin will be a relieved man, because having failed to kill off the frame, there was a danger that he might end up losing it.
Well, still,
Lin Shuai 1.
he's a little bit impetuous, this young man.
Well, Selby needs a snooker. He's 32 behind. In fact, he needs a couple of 4-point snookers with the disappearance of that final red. Slightly casual from Lin, though. Should have potted the blue.
Absolutely. Well, that should make sure, absolutely sure.
Another big crowd in today at the Shanghai Grand Stage. Excellent crowds for each day of this Shanghai Masters.
5.
And a promising start for Lin. Not as clinical as he would have liked after Mark Selby was unlucky in potting the red as well as the black when he was well set to win the frame himself. But he's got over the line. That'll settle the nerves. It's a race to 5, of course.
9 and Lin Shuai.
Well, the blue remains on the table, but Mark Selby remains seated. So the first frame goes the way of the underdog, the young Chinese, who has taken the opening frame. So Lin Shuai, 1-0 to the good, 5 the target for a place in the round of 16 and a meeting with either Rob Milkins or Mark Joyce. Frame 2 is next.